Conventionally attractive humans. It's been a while. I'm RidersDX, in case you forgot. I haven't uploaded a video in almost 2 months, and I just thought that a lot has been happening, to be honest. A lot's been happening that I've not really been talking about, so I thought it would be a good opportunity to just catch up, have a bit of a chat. I got my Tim Hortons coffee right here, and we're just gonna talk about what's been happening, what's happening in the future, and just my brain. We're just gonna talk about what's going on in my brain because my brain's a little obnoxious, so it'll be nice to actually let it release some of the pressure that's been building up inside of this cranium for who knows how long at this point, and just let it seep into your noses. And that doesn't sound disgusting at all. So I didn't really intentionally go on a break. I remember the last time that I actually took a break, I announced it, made this whole dramatic thing and everything. It was totally like drama 101 from high school. It just sort of happened. And I also feel like before I just went on that break, I was uploading less and less frequently. What's been going on with me is that I've been doing YouTube for over 5 years, at least in this way. I've been uploading videos for even longer than that, but I've been working on this iteration of RidersDX for over 5 years now. I still remember when I was in college, on the brink of death from studying so much pharmacology, and just waking up one day and being like, I need to do something different. I need to do something that can be like an escape from all this madness that's going on. And that's when I decided to start uploading a Let's Play of Sonic Heroes. And that was just such an insane decision looking back on it, because I was definitely in the worst place possible to do something like that, but I did it anyway, and we had so many highs and lows on this channel, and it's been such a wild journey, and I've been really appreciative recently of what this experience has given me. I've also been very retrospective about what I've been doing the past 5 years and what I want to do going on from here, because am I gonna be doing this exact same thing for 5 more years, or is it gonna look a little different? And that's the question I've been really trying to answer for myself. So that's kind of one reason that led into this break. It wasn't necessarily the only reason that led into the break, but it definitely was a big factor. A couple other things is that I've had a lot of things and changes in my personal life. I'm in a very strong relationship actually, which was definitely not the case for most of this channel's lifespan. And so that's shifted my priorities. There's a lot of other things I find important and want to get done and taken care of. And YouTube just sort of fell to the wayside as a result, because there's been a lot of changes in that front with my life. Another thing is I've actually been doing something really cool in the past couple of months, and that is the fact that I am taking part in a local production of Shrek the Musical. Now, I did one local production a couple years ago, and that was also during the time that I was taking somewhat of a break from YouTube, and that was really fun. I really enjoyed that experience, but it was really chaotic. It was my first time ever doing any sort of musical or acting like that, so it was really crazy. But this time around, Shrek, I mean, come on, it's Shrek. I love Shrek. I talked about Shrek a couple of times on this channel, so I was really excited at that prospect. But I also feel like it's been a boot camp of sorts for creativity. I feel like my singing has gotten better, my acting has gotten better. I've been getting some good dance moves, so you may see me boogie on this channel. I mean, the sky's the limit right now, and I feel like that musical has just been such a great experience. But again, it's also been time consuming. It takes up a large part of my week. And I feel like something that I've been doing on this channel for a long time is just having my hand in a ton of different pots. And that can be used to explain pretty much everything I've done with this channel. So with this channel, I've been doing it at the same time as I was working full time, at the same time as I was doing extracurricular activities, at the same time I was doing a bunch of other things. Within this channel itself, I was covering lots of Sonic games, lots of SpongeBob games, lots of licensed games, lots of Mario games, lots of Crash games. I've been doing so many things at the same time, constantly and continuously on RidersDX. And going into my 30s, because yes, I am 30 years old, people love to remind me of that, including myself. I was thinking how do I want to approach my life differently going forward? What did I like about my 20s and what did I not like about it? And I feel like in my 20s, I was always all over the place, just doing 10,000 things at the same time, and could never really just let an experience sink in. It's been crazy, especially thinking about my peak on this channel and when I was getting tons and tons of views all the time, how I barely got to enjoy that experience. Like I was just so in the mode of like, okay, we're doing good, time to get out another video, or time to like coordinate this collab, or time to like talk to this developer. Like I was just go, and I didn't really get a chance to like let all that sink in and digest it and really think about, is this something I really want to keep doing, essentially. And so I've been doing a lot, and I think that once the musical came into my life, I just decided that I want to invest all my energy into that. And so we are actually opening our first show in a couple weeks, and we're gonna be doing shows for most of July. So I was thinking in my head that when that musical is finally all done with, I think that's when I'll really try to like get back into a regular schedule of YouTube. I still want to like make some videos, you know, in that interim. Like I really want to talk about the Sonic and SpongeBob Crossworlds racing thing. Like that is a fever dream for me. That is a dream come true. I have been manifesting that collab ever since I was a child. So it was just such an awesome surprise to see that. And I'm really upset at myself for not making a video on that yet. So we're going to make a video on that regardless. I don't care how it does. I just like want to spaz out and get excited about what this collab could mean for the future, because Sonic and SpongeBob, they're like brothers, but closer. I also know that that new SpongeBob game that was teased last year, we're getting an announcement for that like any moment now. I'm betting on August 1st, which is when that THQ showcase is coming. So we'll just have to see, but that'll be just in time for me to have finished the Shrek musical and be able to really get back into swinging things at YouTube. And so what I want to say like going forward in the future, because I've talked a lot about like where my head's been at and why I decided to take a break. So when I come back from this like break fully, what's next for RidersDX? So this is always subject to change, you know. I don't make myself like commit to something 100% anymore unless I'm like really passionate or really sure about it. And the clear, honest truth is that I'm not really sure right now. There's so many like things I would like to do, and there's so many new things I want to try out, and I just don't really know where to start right now. And I think that's okay, you know. I think that with RidersDX, I've been doing the same-ish kind of content for so long that I just got so used to it, and I really felt like RidersDX couldn't be like anything else. I will say that I think that RidersDX will and always should be a channel where I just like get on the camera and just talk about my opinions on various video games. I think that's something that should not change. Like that's just what RidersDX is, and that's what I really want to keep being. But I will say I have been flirting with the idea of doing like a new side project, you know, something that's completely different from what RidersDX has been, and just kind of seeing how that goes. I've done this for like 5 years at least now, right? And if I want to keep doing this, I want to make sure I keep feeling like creatively fulfilled and keep it exciting and such, and feel like I'm still growing as an artist, as like a producer, as a creator. I just want to keep working at the top of my abilities. And that's sort of what I've been really trying to contemplate recently. And I have some ideas of what I want to do, but I'm not going to talk about any of them yet because one, nothing's really set in stone yet, but two, I also just want to like give it to you all in the finished form when I finally figure out what that is. I have a pretty good idea of what I want to do. It's just like we're still in the early stages of it. So with that being said, I am planning to come back, and I am planning to like continue talking about Sonic and SpongeBob games at least, and who knows what else. Right now, things are just gonna kind of keep being a little slow as I really let this Shrek musical experience like sink in. It's been such an amazing experience. I've been loving it so much. So I am just excited to let that like continue blossoming and just seeing what kind of skills and what kind of ideas I get from doing that. So yeah. That's basically a post check on where I am and what RidersDX is going to become in the future. But in the meantime, I also wanted to talk about the fact that I went to too many games this past weekend, and I've already uploaded a panel that we did at Too Many Games. I did announce that last week on the community post, and I'm really quite pleased with how that panel went. And I think I want to keep doing panels every year because panels, I feel like, really give you this like special skill set, you know, being able to actually do YouTube in real life is what I like to call it. Because that panel, I did it with Zach Pack and Jess from Here Squidward, and I basically just treated it as if I was doing like a YouTube video, but in person with people in front of me. And it's always such a cool experience being able to like meet people that watch the channel in real life, but also like get to see my friends that I talk to online all the time. It is always such a blessing to be able to do that. and that's why I love going to conventions, and why I'll keep going to them. I plan on going to PAX West, so hopefully that works out, and Demetri and I may or may not be cooking up something for that, so we will see what happens with that. But in the meantime, to close out this video, I wanted to show off what I got from the convention. So how am I gonna do this? I got a few prints, which is always a requirement for me. In the past, I've gotten a lot of like Sonic, SpongeBob, and Nintendo prints, but this time I wanted to do something a little different. So I've had a lot of like new games I've gotten into in the past year, a lot of them due to that relationship. And so one of the prints I got here is can you see that? The green screen is really not good for this, but that's Jeff the Land Shark from Marvel Rivals with a piece of pizza in a pizza box. Most adorable thing I've ever seen in a long time. And this other one I have over here, I hope you can see it. That's really tough to see, unfortunately. I may just take a picture and just show it, actually, but that is a print of Genshin Impact, another game I've been really into. And the last thing that I wanted to show off that I got that I'm actually really happy about, and something I think you all would actually be interested in, is this Sonic Colors Ultimate vinyl. I've always loved the idea of collecting Sonic soundtracks physically. I have the Sonic Heroes soundtrack on CD format. So even though it's Sonic Colors Ultimate, because to be honest, I do not love the remixes of Colors Ultimate at all, I'm more than happy to have gotten this, especially because it was for a pretty decent price for vinyl. So I was more than happy to receive it, and I listened to it. It is the Colors Ultimate remix soundtrack, but I digress. It is great to own a piece of Sonic musical media in physical form. And I also gotta say that 2 Minute Games was a lot of fun overall. I actually took my boyfriend to it this year, so I got to kind of introduce him to the whole world of YouTube in that sense. So that was a lot of fun, and we actually got to see Crush 40 live at the convention, which of course is always such a welcome surprise. I love Johnny's voice. Crush 40 is one of the most important bands in my childhood, so awesome, like absolutely amazing. What can I say? It is absolutely such a great experience. So I love 2 Minute Games. I plan to continue going every year as long as they keep letting me go. So that is pretty much everything I wanted to cover. I hope you guys are having a great summer. Hope you're doing good, and I hope that you enjoyed me just blabbering for a little bit. So we will see when I come back. We will see what video I make next. I definitely want to make something about Sonic and SpongeBob in Crossworlds, but we'll see what that looks like, and if I have actually anything interesting to say about it. I have something to say about it, that's for sure. Whether or not it's interesting is the other question. But thanks so much, everyone. This is Riders, riding out.